Good morning, everyone. On this Wednesday, the 12th of January, we are continuing our reading from the book of Samuel, chapter 3, verses 1 through 10 and 19 through 20. During the time young Samuel was minister to the Lord under Eli, a revelation of the Lord was uncommon and vision infrequent. One day, Eli was asleep in his usual place. His eyes had grown so weak that he could not see. The lamp of God was not yet extinguished, and Samuel was sleeping in the temple of the Lord where the ark of God was. The Lord called to Samuel, who answered, "Here I am." Samuel ran to Eli and said, "Here I am. You called me." "I did not call you," Eli said. "Go back to sleep." So he went back to sleep. Again the Lord called Samuel, who rose and went to Eli. "Here I am," he said. "You called me." But Eli answered, "I did not call you, my son. Go back to sleep." That time Samuel was not familiar with the Lord because the Lord had not revealed anything to him as yet. The Lord called Samuel again for the third time. Getting up and going to Eli, he said, "Here I am. You called me." Then Eli understood that the Lord was calling the youth. So Eli said to Samuel, "Go to sleep, and if you are called, reply, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" When Samuel went to sleep in his place, the Lord came and revealed his presence, calling out as before, "Samuel, Samuel." Samuel answered, "Speak, for your servant is listening." Samuel grew up, and the Lord was with him, not permitting any word of his to be without effect. Thus all Israel from Dan to Beersheba came to know that Samuel was an accredited prophet of the Lord. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. In this episode, as we have been going, we are in chapter 3. We skipped over 2, which was a wonderful one on a great prayer of praise that was by Samuel's mom. We move on to the actual episode of where we have established Samuel as a prophet, and the context kind of lets us in on what was happening, both physically and also spiritually. And it said, it was under this time that the revelation of the Lord was uncommon and vision infrequent. And then you have Eli, who, well, his eyes had grown weak and he could not see. So you have this kind of physical manifestation in Eli, but it was also spiritually what was happening. And so for Samuel, we have this episode of where is he sleeping? He's right by the ark of God. So the ark of the covenant, right there. He's sleeping right there in the presence of God. And so this is establishing this incredible relationship between Samuel and the ark of the covenant. And so we have these episodes where he hears his voice being called, and Eli doesn't quite get it, and neither does Samuel. But eventually Eli gets it and says, next time you get this, someone calling out to you, just simply say, "Here I am, Lord." And that statement, I think, is a great statement for all of us, that we would be prompt to have this in our own lives, that we would say, "Here I am, Lord." Now, there's a great song that I like to hear whenever I have this episode, and I'm going to attach it in here on this one. You can look on there to see on the comments this particular song, Hineini, Adonai. It's a wonderful song in Hebrew, but it's also has some English words. Just the sentiment of being open to the Lord. Here I am, Lord. And this ought to be our position before the Lord all the time. Here I am, Lord, ready to do whatever you ask of me. Stay safe, folks. Hopefully we see each other soon. Bye for now.